Yarana! Welcome to another Walk and Talk Tahiti video. So, of course, in our ever-changing world, lots has been happening. So I wanted to give everybody an update to help provide a bit of a full picture as to what's going on in Tahiti right now, because the numbers don't always necessarily tell it. So Tahiti opened on July 15th to tourism again. The primary tourists arriving have been about 2/3 Europeans, about 1/3 Americans. And the resorts are running at around 30% occupancy rate from what I understand. Now recently there has been a spike in COVID cases, and a lot of people are saying, oh, they shouldn't have opened the borders. But that's actually not quite true. So Tahiti had 0 cases. They opened the borders on July 15th. The end of July, they still had none. And then a few cases did come in, but you have to get tested 72 hours prior to your departure, and then you get tested again on day 4 when you're in French Polynesia. And this is designed, they always figured they would have some cases coming in. You know, it's not realistic to think we're living in a world where we can have 0 cases, but it's a matter of catching them, isolating them so it doesn't spread. From the tourist side, there have only been about 4, maybe 5, I'm not 100% sure, about 4 cases that have come from tourists. They were caught, they were isolated, and it's very good. Unfortunately, there are about 350 cases right now, but the spread has come through the local community. There was a French that came to French Polynesia to teach. It was a big welcome party. They didn't isolate, it was indoors. There was another party a few days later, from what I understand. A lot of those people were one, they went to the next, and therefore the COVID has spread quite rapidly. So it's very sad. However, they do know where it's come from, which I think is good news. And now it's a matter of them stopping the spread, which I do think they're going to get under control. The the government does not want to close the country, so they want to keep everything open. They're going to continue on with the testing as they've outlined, because it does seem to be working for the tourism. And then there isn't a lot of differences for tourists right now from what it was in July when they first opened. You know, face masks are definitely mandatory now though, so you must wear a face mask. If you're uncomfortable wearing a face mask, then it is not the time for you to travel. You have to wear a face mask on your flight to Tahiti, your inter-island flights, your ferries, any taxis, transfers, anytime you're in public spaces. Of course, when you're in your overwater bungalow, sitting on the beach, 2 of you on the beach, then you're good, you're fine. So tourism's still there. They're not talking about closing the country down again just because they've had a spike in cases. The overwhelming majority of the cases are on the main island of Tahiti. They're not on the outer islands. There are a few on the outer islands, but it's pretty small. And it's still available if you're interested. It's not the time for everybody to travel. I get that, but there are people that want to go. There are people that are traveling. So I just wanted to give you that update as to what's happening, why the numbers are so high, where the numbers are. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call and we can discuss it and go from there. Thanks very much, and I look forward to helping you one day get down to explore paradise.